Hello and welcome back to Broadside Gaming with me, Zug. So today we're going to go through the top 10 weapons in descending order in Helldivers 2. So we're going to start with the best and we're going to work through them because, to be honest, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by this. So let's have a look. At number 1, of course, is the Breaker, a fully automatic shotgun with a high rate of fire, excellent for controlling crowds, requires frequent reloading. Yes, it does. So, at the moment, this is just the all-around best, which is it's widely agreed upon. It's the all-round best. It's got the highest effective DPS and damage per mag. It's excellent total mag damage, just makes it kind of the best thing to pick, really. But that's not going to be a shock to anyone, really. So let's go down the list. If you don't want to follow the air quotes meta, you want to try something a little bit different, well, there is something else you can try. And at number 2, we have got the Breaker Spray and Pray. It's got good effective DPS and damage per mag. It's, it's good. It just does slightly less damage than the, so shall we say, vanilla Breaker. Then at number 3, we have got, it's not on this list, is it? Of course it's not. It's on this one. At number 3, we have got the Breaker Incendiary. As you can tell, it is a Breaker and it is Incendiary. It's got pretty good damage, very low recoil, very high mag capacity, and the same rate of fire. I do find this is actually quite good against bugs. It doesn't do much against armor, but for bugs and lower level missions, the Incendiary is very, very good. Just what's not fun about setting bugs on fire. So when I'm doing lower level missions with my friends, I will occasionally bring along the Incendiary and the Incendiary Grenade for bug killing. But when I'm against automatons and robots and the like, I usually just switch back to the normal Breaker. Alright, well, at number 4, we have the Defender. Submachine gun, decent damage, high capacity, not massive amounts of damage, but it's got a moderate amount of DPS with a good balance between its other attributes, low recoil, very fast rate of fire. It's a decent weapon, and one you should at least try out for a mission or two just to see. And also, you don't want to stick with the same weapon all the time. Give it a try, variety is the spice of life and all. And at number 5, we've got the Punisher, wherever there is. The main reason for this being lower down on the list is that you have to load it round by round, which makes it a bit sketchy. I mean, for mag dumping and DPS, it's absolutely amazing. But the fact that it pulls you out of the fight and you have to reload round by round isn't great. But you can load one round and then shoot, so that is a plus for it. It's a good shotgun. I like it. I used it for quite a while. It, treated me well. But that is our number 5. And then on to number 6. And this might upset a few people, but it is the Jar 5 Dominator. I think what mostly gets me with this gun, I like the gun, and I like it even more when I realised you could hold down R and switch it over to a burst mode, is the magazine capacity. I think if it had a bigger magazine, this would be far more usable, because it has an incredibly long reload time. So I think if they added 10 more rounds to the magazine, so it's at 25, I think this thing would be, if not number 1, then in the top 3. As it is a fun weapon to use. It's just I find it is always the magazine that sets us to a grinding halt, and it's always at the worst time. So that is why, sadly, that the Dominator sits at number 6. So, on to number 7. Number 7, we have the MP98 Knight. Now, this gun is only available to people who have upgraded to the Super Citizen bundle on Steam or the PlayStation Store, wherever you choice your game things from. This is just given to you if you upgrade to that. It's alright. It's not quite as good as the Defender, but it does have slightly more ammunition. But not much more. It's got 5 more rounds, but you won't feel those 5 rounds because of the fire rate, which is, as you can see, is 1380. You will mag dump this in a few seconds. It suffers from the same problem as the Redeemer, although the Redeemer is one of the best sidearms, I would say. But for sidearms, pick what you want. I always go with the Redeemer because it's very good at what it does, which is a panic weapon of, I haven't got any ammo, something's bearing down on me, and you just dump the entire magazine in a second. But because of that, the MP98 Knight has to sit at number 7. And for number 8, we have the AR-23 Liberator. Your standard issue gun. You know, it's all right. It's got a balanced, effective DPS and damage per mag, and it's got a decent rate of fire. It just does nothing special. That's the problem. It's a very good starting weapon, but it doesn't do anything special or anything particularly well. It's a well-rounded weapon. It just doesn't excel. So, what are we on to next? The R63 Diligence. I really enjoyed this gun when I first got Helldivers, as this is a very, very early gun to get. It's in the the second page, I think. Very good gun. It has a scope on it, and it lets you snipe a little bit, but also you can use it with no scope and just use it like the Liberator. It's a nicely rounded weapon, gives you a little bit more effective range, but again, doesn't do anything wildly special. And then at number 10, we have the Slugger. It's got a low effective DPS, but a very high damage per mag. So the amount of damage you can do with a singular magazine that you are dumping into a foe. But again, it suffers from the same problem as the Punisher does, and that is a round reload. And it's just got a lot less damage. It doesn't excel at anything really. But there you go. These are my top 10. I will say there is a special mention of the R63 CS Diligence Counter Sniper. This is a very, very, very nice gun. And it's especially good if you are playing in a pre-made team and you need to be the, designated sniper. This is not a bad gun by any means, but I wouldn't take it playing in pug groups where everyone's just got random equipment and playing with what they want, because you're not going to be able to do the job you need to do, which is stealthily take things out at a very long range. But if you're playing with a group, this weapon couples really nicely with a few other stratagems, like maybe the rail rifle, at being long-ranged, very precise, high damage. So this isn't something to just ignore. If you like sniping, try it out, see what you think. That is my little special mention. But there you go, folks. That is a top 10 list for you of, I'd say, the guns at the moment. Hopefully, with all of the fixes to the game that they've been doing recently, they've been working incredibly hard. The game is more stable now, and we should be receiving buffs and nerfs to things gameplay-wise soon. We will be getting mech suits incredibly soon, apparently, according to their tweets and Discord. Hopefully they'll be coming in the next few weeks, and hopefully we'll see some balance passes of the weapons as well. As I would really like to be able to play with like the Liberator Penetrator, lol, and the Dominator. And also the Scythe. I missed the Scythe from the first game. It was fun. but it's just not super great right now. I would like to see a lot of these weapons given a little buff so that it's not always the breaker. But there you go. I hope this has helped. And, if it has, please like, subscribe, ring that little bell for notifications. It really does help us out. And I shall see you all for the next one. So until then, take it easy. I'll see you later.